A Hatha-hater is a person who hates the actress Anne Hathaway, and they're more common than you'd think. Well-known celebrities, including people she's worked with, have admitted to hating on the star, and fans have also jumped on the hating bandwagon. But we don't get it. Hatha-haters rarely give a legitimate reason for despising poor Anne. Howard Stern says he doesn't like her because she's just so affected and actressy that even when she wins an award, she's out of breath. Sure, that's a good enough reason to hate someone. Not. We feel that not only are these not substantial reason to hate her, but there are also plenty of reasons to love her. As an actress, she's talented, successful, and versatile. She's a positive role model for women, and she's a decent human being. What more can you ask for? Here are 10 reasons why you shouldn't be a Hatha-hater. Number 10. She can make fun of herself. People who don't take things too seriously are often the easiest to get along with. Rather than getting defensive and upset when people try to get a rise out of her, Anne stays calm and joins in. As a celebrity, this would be a particularly useful skill to have since people mess with them all the time. David Letterman is notorious for trying to playfully antagonize the celebrity guests on his talk show, and when he tried it with Anne, she showed people the best way to handle it. He was asking her all about her fiancé, who got himself in trouble with the law, and Anne made a joke out of it. So she appears to be a believer in the whole "if you can't beat 'em, join 'em" philosophy. To have a relationship fall apart and the person you loved under investigation is traumatic, so Anne's classy behavior was especially commendable. Number 9. She's worked with some of the biggest stars. Anne has come a long way in her career since she first appeared on our screens. She has done some huge blockbuster hits, and she's worked with some of the most talented and iconic actors and actresses out there. She has worked alongside Robert De Niro in The Intern, Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada, and Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter in Alice in Wonderland. She also worked opposite of one of the most acclaimed actresses of our time, Julie Andrews, when she was still a teenager. Why should this be a reason to admire Anne? Firstly, as an actress, it takes a certain amount of time and talent and confidence to hold your own next to the masters of the industry. Secondly, none of these stars have come out as Hatha-haters after working with her. Some of them have even showed their love for Anne, and if you can't trust Julie Andrews, who can you trust? Number 8. She's a smart cookie. Being brainy isn't a prerequisite for being a successful actress, but Anne is still super smart. She earned her undergrad degree from New York University after attending the elite liberal arts school known as Vassar College. The biggest thing to admire here is not so much that Anne is smart enough to go to college, but that even with her career being more successful than most people would dream about, she still made time for education. Whether you love her or hate her, you can't deny that she is in a position where little girls see the choices she makes and learn from them, and this is an amazing thing to be learning. She holds education in a high regard and sees it as more than a means of getting a job one day. She's reinforcing that education changes people, and you should take seriously any education opportunities that come your way. Inspiring stuff. Number 7. She's nice to her co-stars. Anne's Oscar co-host James Franco didn't exactly defend her when Howard Stern brought up the concept of Hatha-haters, but we have reason to believe that Anne gets along with most of her co-stars. It's been said that while she was filming Rachel getting married, Anne appeared distant from everybody, but as soon as filming finished up, she snapped out of it and attended a party the extras were having. She brought her own booze and food and played beer pong with the other actors until the sun came up. These weren't all A-lister stars, mind you, and we don't know too many other celebs who became BFFE with the extras on set. Anne explained her previous coldness by saying that she was just completely immersed in the part she was playing and didn't mean to be rude. Rumor has it that Anne also won't eat on set until everybody else has had a chance to. Number 6. She brought us the Princess Diaries. As millennials, we should really be holding Anne in almost a royal light. So many people seem to have forgotten that we first met Anne when she played Mia Thermopolis in The Princess Diaries. Not only did Anne resemble all our hopes and dreams at the time, don't pretend you didn't secretly wish a long-lost relative would show up on your doorstep with news that you're a princess, but she changed the image of what we thought a princess was. She showed us that princesses can be awkward AF and painfully clumsy. A few more realistic Disney princesses have emerged since then, but Anne was one of the first to sport big frizzy hair, unplucked eyebrows, and little to no social skills. She entertained us and brought us one of our favorite childhood flicks, but she also changed the face of princesses everywhere. We shouldn't be Hatha-haters, she should be our Hatha-hero. Number 5. She's nice to fans. We know Anne is nice to her co-stars, but is she also nice to her fans? this might be an even more important question since there are people who really enable her to keep doing what she loves. Fans reportedly had a lovely encounter with the actress before her appearance in the New York Shakespeare Festival's 12th night. The performance was free to enter, and people had to line up for hours to ensure their place inside. As people were lining up all night, Anne rocked up at 3 a.m. on Sunday morning bringing slices of pizza to the whole line. Is that nice or is that nice? She had to perform the next day, but didn't let that stop her. Nobody likes waiting in line, let alone doing it all night. But it would probably be a lot more tolerable if a Hollywood movie star brought you a hot pizza at 3 a.m. Number 4. She has great style. You have to admire Anne Hathaway's style. She is the epitome of chic and can just about rock a dramatic ball gown better than anybody else in Hollywood. Also, she usually aims for sophisticated and elegant vibes. She also isn't afraid to take some risks. Some of our favorite Anne looks include the white Valentino couture and the Love and Other Drugs 2010 screening in New York, the 2012 Ballet Fall Gala, and the Chanel couture gown at the 2015 Shanghai Interstellar premiere. Not only can Anne pull off a range of gowns, and she also has been a fan of the blazer, but she also looks fabulous in hairstyles we wouldn't dare attempt. And she had to have her hair shortened on screen in Les Misérables, and she rocked pixie cut for many months afterward. Long or short, blonde or brunette, frizzy or not, she kills it every time. Number 3, she's also a singer. You'd think that in the name of fairness, people who are insanely talented in one area shouldn't have too many other talents, but Anne puts that theory to bed with her soprano singing voice, which she's used to belting out some impressive tunes in her movies. She sang in the choir in The Princess Diaries, but we didn't know she was seriously gifted until she sang in Ella Enchanted not long after. However, the most impressive of Anne's musical achievements has to be her performance in Les Misérables. The entire cast was required to sing live on screen, and the rest of the cast of trained singers, Anne sounded phenomenal. Number 2, she remained quiet about her weight loss. Speaking of Les Misérables, Anne had to undergo a grueling regimen to prepare for the role of Fantine. She was consuming a dangerously low amount of calories per day and lost a significant amount of weight to play the starving character. While an actress has to do what she has to do, Anne didn't glamorize the process and go to the papers with her lose fat fast story that would have been keenly read by millions of young girls. She knew that the way she had to go about it wasn't healthy for the average person, so she chose to remain quiet about it and not encourage girls into unhealthy eating habits or fad diets. Number 1. She is grateful for her blessings. You can't ever be too grateful, and one of our favorite things about Anne is that rather than being stuck up about her success, she feels blessed to have it. You can tell that she's genuinely grateful by the way she is overly excited to still win awards and from the way she appreciates her fans, co-stars, and the people around her. The way Anne remembers The Princess Diaries also shows that she's still in disbelief over the way her life has turned out and won't ever take it for granted. She still maintains the present moment that the day the film came out, August 3rd, 2001, was the day her life changed forever. Every August 3rd for the past 10 years, I just give thanks to the universe. A big, big open-hearted thank you, because that was the day that my dreams came true for me, she said.